All right, we are here with Mike Bitts, who plays the Mike Rutherford parts with the Genesis show. Mike, you're also playing another tribute band, right?
Yes, I do.
Who is that?
That is Solar Federation. It's a Rush tribute band.
Right, yeah. And you don't sing the Getty parts, do you?
I sure don't. Two-thirds Getty.
Two-thirds Getty, yeah. He plays the keyboards and the bass in that band, and he's fantastic. You should check them out. So Mike's an old friend of mine. This is Matt talking. And Mike was not the original member of this band. And when Mike joined the band, we had actually bought some of this stuff from our former member, Andre. So we don't know as much about this as we would like. So, Mike, this is the double neck that you play, right?
That's correct.
So what do we got? Is 4-string bass on the bottom?
4-string, 12-string here. It's a Sure Gold copy.
Right, okay.
And yes, the bass is down here.
And how do you get from the bass to the 12-string? Are they like,
Switch down here.
Okay.
I pray that I hit it in time. When I have to switch
Right. Right, okay. And it looks like you've got that 12-string has like 2 humbuckers, right? Is there, do you mess around with like the pickup settings while you...
Well, we were actually just, messing around with some things for this particular tour. It seems to work out to roll, get rid of the neck pickup and use the bridge pickup.
Okay, so you're exclusively on the bridge pickup a lot of the time?
Mm-hmm.
Or?
Yeah, pretty much all the time.
Okay,
it
cool.
Just seems to work for everything.
Right. Now I know this, I'm going to tell the audience, you go direct on stage, right?
Yeah, if you can, down here. So this is the guitar pedal board. So
Okay.
this is the, so I've gone completely ampless.
Okay.
Which house engineers really, really like.
Sure.
So this is the guitar amp, so to speak, radial.
Okay.
And we got digital delay, a very cheap, cheesy reverb that I just for my own ears.
Right, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yep. Little tube screamer, distortion, and this is something you picked up actually.
Yes, we knew comparing the 76 tour to the 77 that if you listen to Seconds Out, he's got flanger on tons of stuff. So we were like, okay, everything that we made you do with the flanger, just do it with the Phase 100, right?
So it's got a really nice.
There you go. Are you ready to do that? The beginning of Los Endos? Are you able to do that right now?
Los Endos? Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You mean where it starts?
So let's get those settings. All right, people always want to know that. All right, go ahead.
Yeah.
There it is, right? Yeah, nice. And that I can hear that delay, and that's definitely part of.
Yeah, I mostly keep that on.
Right.
Most part.
Throughout the guitar stuff.
Yeah, it sounds good. It's really subtle, so
right. So tell now. I know that when we did the Duke tour and the Abacab tour, you had a separate 4-string bass that you would play on like the bass only. So and we didn't really mention this in Steve's video, but when we were doing like the stuff with Daryl Sturmer, we didn't make both Steve and you played bass, right? Like, so if there was a bass part, you played it. If there was a guitar part, Steve played it. And then, but there's plenty of songs like Duchess, Turn It On Again, Ripples that had you both playing guitar, respectively. So, so when you play bass, then you mind showing us some of the bass rig over there? I know you have a.
Yeah, the bass rig is pretty minimal. So, so this is the amp, and then the only thing I'm using is distortion, a big muff,
right,
and compressor.
Okay, and what do you use the big muff for? Like the things like Lamb
Lamb. That's the big one. So
Right, there you go. That sounds like it.
Yeah.
So this is like, unlike Steve, where he probably spent $7 to $8 million on fuzz pedals. This is like a very functional, modern, right? This is like the Big Muff and the MXR. They're modern versions, right?
Yeah, Electro Harmonix bought them out, so they started making them again. But
they're
a little quieter.
Have you ever did you ever use a fuzz on bass before this band? Like, is that something you ever had in your rig?
Very, very little.
Yeah.
And I've had a bunch that I actually hated. They don't generally sound really good. This sounds great. If you want that 70s.
Yeah, that one. I actually have one of those for home use, and the cool thing was it's got like a a filter or a boost, right? Like
Right.
when it doesn't cut out the low end. So it's probably maybe a little beefier than what he was working with.
Right.
That's pretty cool. So this is the only bass guitar you're using as we do the 76 tour, right? Okay.
Yes, because I'm actually playing very little bass on this.
Okay, do you guys appreciate how Mike just stood right up from his knees with the double neck on? That's impressive. So okay, cool. So I see a couple other guitars back there. What have you got here?
So we have.
There's quite an investment in guitar racks in this band, right? We could probably store 30 guitars.
No, you're not seeing double.
Oh,
It's
wow.
the same guitar.
So you've got
loaded
two
strings. Yep.
Godin 12 strings. Why do you have two, Mike?
Well, because this one is standard tuning.
Okay, standard tuning. So I'm going to take some guesses. That's like the acoustic sections of Supper's Ready, White Mountain.
Yes.
What else? Entangled, right? The first half of Entangled. Okay.
Basically, any song that's not Cinema Show.
Yes. Okay. So is that what you're wearing right now? Your Cinema Show guitar?
Yeah, this is the
Do you want me to
Cinema
put?
Show guitar.
I need to tell you that I get comments all the time. Can your Rutherford guy please make a video of Cinema Show? So I don't want to put you on the spot. Whenever you're comfortable playing of Cinema
I'll
Show.
just play a little bit at the beginning. So.
Nice.
So the tuning is
Yeah.
DD,
Right.
GG. So far, so good. And then suddenly D and A, so it's tuned to a fifth.
Okay.
G string is tuned E, G. That's a sixth.
Yikes.
And then we have standard BB, EE.
Okay. So the top two strings are standard.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So everything
Interesting.
else is. Yeah, it's great. So like with that little thing that I was just playing. Now I lost my train of thought, but it's. Yeah, so it makes for some really nice chords, just
Right, right. And Mike is a man after my own heart. He likes to read music. He likes to have a scholarly approach. And I know that you told me when I gave you these scores, what'd you say?
Yeah, the notes meant nothing to me because of the way it's tuned. So I'm looking at the tabs. So right now it's just a matter of learning shapes and figuring it out that way. And you get more comfortable with
Right,
it.
yeah. Which is how they, I'm sure, how they did it.
Right.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
now I kind of know how my students feel that are just starting out to play guitar.
I know, right?
I'm like, I don't know.
Yes, and just like guitar is not my first instrument, you are not necessarily a guitar player, right?
Yeah.
Mike's a fantastic bass player and a professional organist, right?
That's right.
Yeah, he plays organ in church. So,
church
so that means that you are well equipped to play this.
Exactly. Yes, the Taurus.
Does the pipe organ church work translate to this at all,
It
or
does.
is this?
I mean, the pedals are shaped a little different, but
Are the distance between them kind of
the
similar?
distance is pretty much the same.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much the same.
When you're organ, you're heel to toe, right? Or
right.
you do-
Yeah.
Okay. So this is
going
just.
up, and these are a lot shorter on a pipe organ.
They go under the bench, right? So
Yeah.
so this is a Moog Taurus 3. This is another thing we got from our former member Andre, and he got these when they came out. So
they didn't make very many of them. They were available for about maybe not quite a year. Or so.
wow, I think it's pretty amazing that he had the foresight to buy that.
Yeah.
So we're greatly appreciative of it. Do you you'd never really used a Taurus 1, did you? Which
No,
is what this.
I've never, this is the first I've seen it, and this remains pretty true to the original. I know.
Uh-huh.
Because now I mean, there's some modern features like the
Yeah,
LCD,
like a readout,
but
right.
You're still limited with characters, so you got to get a little creative with how you name things.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
And
and
do
you
you-
only have a limited number of letters.
So, I don't
Yeah.
think I've ever looked this close. So
Yeah.
these are the 4 presets that were on the original
Yeah,
one,
so
right?
right.
Or 3 of them.
The original presets I think are on bank A.
Okay.
So, yeah, so these are all your basic sounds.
Right. The Taurus is the long. Oh
So
yeah.
I don't use any of these, but
Right.
actually I made Dance on a Volcano is based on the tuba.
Okay.
So this is the basic sound. So switch banks. So you got 4 presets for each bank, and I think there's banks going all the way up.
Okay, so you actually are changing quite a bit of presets.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and I have them labeled here because I can never remember. Like on the fly, I have to change from one bank to another. You know. during the
I
set.
see that. Yeah.
So I'm using 4 banks right now. So.
Right. Yeah,
So,
I never noticed that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So I'm bank B.
And are you using the foot's wheels to like change volume and thing like that as you're playing?
I do a little bit. That's a little tricky to do. Like when we start, I know what I like. I actually get down on my knees and just
Yes, I've seen you do that. Yeah.
Because it's a little awkward to try and.
Right.
It's getting harder to stand on one foot.
Yeah.
These days.
Sure.
So to make it smooth, it's almost impossible.
And if you come see us do this tour, we spend a very long time getting the intro of I Know What I Like. Like probably more than most people would think. It's like, oh, it's the Taurus on the high octave, and then I move this, and it's just,
Exactly.
and we really, that's how detailed we get. Like we did a good 15 minutes on the beginning of I Know What I Like, but that's cool. So all these amps, these are just practice amps,
These are all
right?
practice amps,
Just so we can hear it.
Yeah, because on stage I'm just wearing in-ear monitors.
Right. And one thing that I know that we've done that people might find interesting, Mike has in-ear. I use in-ear monitors too. And but he also has a wedge, right there, right? And what do you have in that wedge?
Just a tiny bit of bass, but mostly for the Taurus pedals and that, because the Taurus pedals in the in-ears, you don't get hardly any low end.
Right. Yeah. So
you
kind of
feel a little bit of that.
Yeah.
bigness.
I think everybody in that room wants to feel
Exactly.
the Taurus pedals, right? Yeah.
It's a super fat sound.
Yeah.
And in-ears just.
Yeah, that is the thing. I tell you, that is, I think, one of the things I love most about this era of Genesis, because the '76 tour was the first tour that they had these on, I believe. So it's such a cool
And it
sound.
just sounds so huge on those, even on those soundboard recordings.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you always hear them. That's when it overdrives whoever was recording it on a tape. You just hear it go, max out the needle.
Show, it was like it's slamming.
Yeah.
in the
Oh
mix.
yeah. I remember we decided when you first started playing with us, we were doing the '81 tour, and we were like, we learned that we had to do Firth the Fifth guitar solo. In sound check, because that was the loudest everything got, just so the house wouldn't collapse. All right, cool. Well, I think this is a lot more efficient than I would have thought. I felt like this would be more complicated,
Right.
but yeah, very cool. All right, Mike Bitts, everybody, check us out live, and also go see Solar Federation.
Please do. See you there.